Everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another book review. Today I am reviewing the final book in the Infernal Devices series called Clockwork Princess, and we learn about Tessa's origin, who she really is, um, how she's connected to Mortmain, and the reason why Jem needs his Yen Fen. I actually like this particular book in the series of the Infernal Devices the best, even though the near the end I just felt absolutely sorry for Tessa, and that she became a very tragic character, and one that dealt with an awful lot of loss in her life, and I was just wondering how she would ever cope. But I really like Tessa because Tessa is that kind of character that holds your attention, and she's very dynamic, and she's magnetic, and she can take care of herself. She's just a very strong feminine character, and I really enjoyed that, particularly about this series. And what I like about this book in and of itself is on the leaflet, I don't know if you can see it because it's the collector's edition, but there is an entire family tree. If you look in the back, you've got let's see, the Herondale family line, Lightwood family line, yeah, the Lightwoods and the Herondales and the Carstairs. Um, it's very. I really like that she did that because it made everything fit together very pleasantly, I thought, and that was just a nice little bonus to the final part of the trilogy of the Infernal Devices, and we learn about the whole purpose of the Infernal Devices and of themselves, the demon automatons. I really like this idea. It's just so very innovative. I don't think it's ever been done before. It's just giving the whole idea of an automaton an entirely new twist. Making him clockwork actually makes it all the more fascinating, I feel. The steampunk twist on this just makes it absolutely phenomenal, and actually gave me my idea for the Victorian sci-fi story I'm going to write. It's also going to be a romance too, but he lives. It's sort of like if you've read the Alchemist by Scott. It's similar because Nicholas Flamel, he actually never really died. According to the legends and the lore and all the books that I've read, he is one of the few alchemists that never had a body unearthed or discovered, and I thought, this is unusual and very odd. Kind of makes you wonder and scratch your head a bit, and sort of makes you think that maybe alchemy is more than meets the eye. I like to think it is myself, because I think that alchemy is absolutely incredible. It's what's led to our modern day chemistry, and chemistry is just based on the principles of alchemy. I just think that chemistry is a sensational science, and just like with this, the whole idea of mechanized creatures with demon souls, it just gives it that whole new terrifying feel to it, and I think that's what gives the story its real drive. And the romance aspect of it is only secondary, I feel, to the main storytelling and how Cassandra really weaves her yarn. She is an expert storyteller. Just the way that she talks about Victorian England, and she's very accurate. And she says that many of these places that she described you can actually visit. And one of these days I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to say, hey, do you know about this, this, and this, and this little cottage in Chiswick, and maybe I can visit it, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, me, but I really just loved it, and it was over 500 pages long. It took me a week to finish it, unfortunately. Had I had a chance to actually sit down and read it, like a normal human being would, without my workaday woes, and just tote that barge, lift that barrel, all the time, then I would have gotten this book done in a couple days, or a day at the least, because I speed read. I have to say that as part of the series, it's like with any other series, usually the last book of the series becomes my favorite. I read that Cassandra will be writing more of the Mortal maybe it won't be called Mortal Instruments, but it'll be in the same kind of series. I would love to figure out what's going to happen next, because the last book ended on such a cliffhanger. I thought, what? Of course you want more money, don't you, you little sadist? But I really didn't feel that way. I thought, yeah, we'll see what becomes of this. We'll have to take a gander at what's going to happen, and it just leaves you on the edge of your seat and wanting more. And of course, I'm really excited because there are a lot of really good books that are going to be coming out in the near future that I want to read, like House of Hades. Of course, knowing me as a Rick Riordan fan, I have to read it. Of course, I've got Land of Stories, the second Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. I'm going to read that. I don't know if he's going to write a third one or not. I haven't read the second, so I'm not sure. He may, because he's proving his talent quite a bit. I mean, he definitely has the chops to be a great fantasy writer, I feel. I just feel that he's a superb writer. He's got a lot of potential. I'm also looking forward to the next book in the Divergent series, which will be called Allegiant. And Veronica, I'm just really excited about it. She's got big shoes to fill after I can't remember the authoress of I should really remember the authoress of Hunger Games, because she's an IU grad. But I can't. It won't come to me. Anyway, yeah, that's coming out in November. If all the finances that Dad and I have are leveled out, maybe I'll get a chance to see it. I don't know if I will or not, but here's hoping, because I'm a huge fan of the Hunger Games. I like apocalyptic literature. That's why I'm enjoying Sleepy Hollow so much. I got to see the second episode of the new season of Big Bang Theory, and thankfully, thank heavens above and stars and cosmos and nebulae all over the universe, that Leonard did make amends to Penny, because I really think that they're a classic OTP. Well, they're one of my OTPs, as well as Shamey and Howardette. And I really feel sorry for Raj. I wish they could get a suitable girlfriend for him. He's a great character. He's a good guy. He's sweet. He just deserves somebody that's that can love him in his sensitivity and maybe some of his awkwardness. And I thought, yeah, I'm kind of a combination of if I were a guy, I would definitely be more like Howard, because of my libido, and Raj, because sometimes I tend to be awkward with good-looking men, and I find it difficult to approach them in conversation. Not so much. Well, yeah, I guess I could. I think it's more that men are intimidated of me. And Leonard, just because I'm a geek, just to put it that way. I have a lot of Leonard in me, so I can really relate to him more than, say, Howard or Raj. And I would probably say, yeah, if I were a guy, I would be a Leonard. But I've heard a lot of people tell me that I remind them of Amy. I thought, really? I'm flattered, yes, but I'm really not entirely like her. I would have to say maybe there's a teensy bit of Bernadette in me. When I get angry, then I get all fiery and I'll explode. But yeah, I just think there's a teeny bit of Bernadette in me. But I would say those are the characters I'm definitely more like than most, and maybe there's just a twinge of Kripke in there at times. The kind of quirky bit of me. It's probably why I like him so much. I wish they would have more of him on the show, because I just love. I don't know what it is about Kripke, but I just love him, and I just think he's a great foil for Sheldon, and just to see them interact, and I'm looking, like I said before, I'm looking forward to the crazy ones. I'll be watching Dancing with the Stars this year. Oh my lord! Yeah, I haven't watched Dancing with the Stars in years. I usually watch this professional. Yeah, I know a lot of people look at me like, you are a purist, but I like to watch professional ballroom, and they are going to have some Strictly Dance, or I think it's called Strictly Dance on the BBC. I thought, ooh, now this I like. This is the real deal. This is what I think is actually dancing, and I know on DWTS that they do follow the protocol. Blah 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 blah. And no, they do some other things that they do the whole step up routine, which I'm okay with the whole street performing thing. I get it. You gotta be modern. You gotta branch out. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But I really like standardized ballroom dancing, just because there's there are rules and regulations you have to follow with it. It's very strict, and just all the different dances that they have to learn, and they have to be so well presented. And I've heard it's very cutthroat, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I think I'm going to be recording that as well. Of course, Torchwood's coming. I'm going to watch that. I'm not sure what else other than just writing. I'm going to post my latest story. It's a fan fiction. It's called Cosmic Friendship. It's gonna be it's my crossover between Uncle Grandpa and Wander Over Yonder. Yes, I am a nut. Thank you for noticing that. Beyond that, I am reading a book on seahorses presently. What else am I reading? Oh yeah, I'm reading A Perfect Beast, which is the prequel to After Earth. There's a new book by Nicholas Sparks that I will be reading. I just got introduced to another author called Tom Robbins, and I'm going to look into him as well, because he has some interesting books out. So I'm going to look into his writing as well, and probably love it, because he's a serial graphic novelist, and I thought, that's pretty cool, actually, and his stuff has been published in Esquire and Playboy and all that. He's pretty notariable, and I had never heard of him before. I thought, why don't I know this guy? I should know who this is, because he's been on tour with the Stones. I mean, come on, I love the Rolling Stones. How can I call myself a Rolling Stones fan if I don't know who this dude is? So eventually I'm going to be reading up on him. That's pretty much it. So until I see you next time, live long and prosper, friends.